everyone, it's Heidi and welcome back to this week's episode of Baby Name Sunday. Today I am so happy to be sharing my very first full-on collaboration video with actually another namer over on Instagram. So her name is LILIA and she's from all the way in Ireland. And I am just so excited that we came together and created this list for you. We pulled together a bunch of Halloween-y style baby names for any parents that are expecting children during the Halloween time, and we're just so excited to share this list with you. We've been working super hard on it, and also go check LILIA out over on Instagram. Go check myself out as well. I'll have our links down below. She is just such another amazing source full of unique names, which is obviously what you guys are looking for, and it's just really nice to listen to another perspective from another place in the world. And then we also just right now uploaded a bunch of name pairings and name combos that combine the names that I'm listing in this video today and some other ones as well that didn't make it into the list. So make sure after this video you guys go check us out over on Instagram, and thank you LILIA for collaborating with me on this video. I'm just so excited. Anyways, make sure you guys are subscribed, make sure you guys hit that button down below and hit the bell notification if you guys haven't already. I upload every single Sunday and you guys don't want to miss any of my videos. So let's get into this list. I am so excited to share them with you. I have 20 names for you guys here today, and lots of them are unisex, so I will let you know kind of what they are for. So first name is a unisex name, and this is the name Hallow, spelled H-A-L-L-O-W. Super cool, super festive, definitely has the Hallow in Halloween. Hallow is actually up 106% in searches this past week, so it definitely is trending right now because anybody who's expecting a Halloween baby is looking for those types of names right now. So Hallow is a word name, and actually the direct meaning is sacred or holy, but I like how it has that depth and that meaning to it as well, and that's exactly why we picked it for the list. Another one here, another unisex one, and this one has two separate kind of spellings if you want to go for a boy or for a girl. So we have the name Knightley. So for a boy we have K-N-I-G-H-T-L-Y, and then for a girl we were thinking N-I-G-H-T-L-Y. This one is Old English meaning Knight's Meadow, and then it's often found also as a surname. Like as soon as I think of it, I think of like Keira Knightley, and I feel like it gives off that whimsical vibe, also portrays that darkness and that medieval aspect as well for the boy, and like that knight in shining armor. Next one here, we're going for the boy side, and this one is one of my favorites on the list. It's the name Gotham, spelled G-O-T-H-A-M. So Gotham is an Old English name meaning homestead where goats are kept, which I was like, what? I didn't even think of that. Gotham just reminds me of Batman, like the place, Gotham City. Oh, Batman was always my favorite growing up, and this one just portrays that kind of mysterious darkness, like Gotham. Very handsome, masculine sounding name. I'm loving it, and if you're a DC lover, you're gonna love it as well. This next one is actually the anglicized spelling. We kind of created this, but of the actual traditional Irish Halloween festival. Some of you might not know that Halloween is an original Irish festival way back in the day where they would carve turnips instead of pumpkins, and then now it just was brought to the Americas and everywhere else in the world, and now we just call it Halloween. So this next name is the name Sauwyn, spelled S-A-U-W-Y-N, but in Irish, Sauwyn is spelled S-A-M-H-A-I-N. The direct translation of Sauwyn is summer's end. So it's the festival welcoming winter, which is what Halloween is all about. I'm just so interested on the history behind this, especially when I didn't even know Halloween was traditionally an Irish festival. Next name I have here on the boy side is the name Burton, spelled B-U-R-T-O-N. This one's an English originated, majority of the time surname, meaning fortified enclosure. This one is just totally Halloween inspired because of Tim Burton. I mean, he is one of the greatest Halloween movie filmmakers and producers, and Tim Burton actually produced some of the original Batman movies. So we were thinking Gotham and Burton for maybe boy siblings around the Halloween season, or even twins. And then now onto a really pretty girl's name. We have the name Aylin, spelled A-Y-L-I-N. L-I-N. This one is Turkish originated, meaning moon halo. We absolutely fell in love with the meaning of this one. So if you're not wanting to go too dark with a really dark girl's name for a Halloween little baby girl, this one would be really perfect. It's more lighter, more pretty. It has a really pretty meaning as well, and really perfect for a little Halloween princess. The next boy's name that we have on the list here is the name Blackwell, spelled B-L-A-C-K-W-E-L-L. This one is English originated, meaning black well or black stream. It's actually up 45% in searches last week, as for all surnames right now. This one is a little bit more masculine, and it references the color black, which is definitely the color of the season. And then speaking of black, the next name that we have on the list here is the name Noir, spelled N-O-I-R. So this one is a French word name directly meaning black. It has those little bit of French romantic sounds to it. In France or any French speaking country, they'll pronounce it like noir with that kind of R rolling at the end. Super pretty, but even when people who just speak English or any other language, it would more so be like noir. So it still has a really pretty sound either way, but definitely even for a middle name, but for a first name, it would be a really romantic-y French name for a little girl. And then another girl's name we have on the list here, so cool, we loved this one, is the name Spell, spelled S-P-E-L-L. So this one's, again, an English word name meaning a verse or phrase said to bring magical power and charm, or it's a verb to enchant someone. We were just falling in love with this name. It just has those magical and whimsical elements like spell and enchantment to it. And I don't know, for a middle name, we thought it was just super cute for a girl. And then our next one here, totally unisex, is the name Tarot, spelled T-A-R-O-T. So this one is an English word name, but it's also referring to like tarot cards, like the fortune telling cards. This one could bring some really great omen or some luck for this little boy or for a girl. But just imagine spell and tarot for middle names for siblings during this time. I think it's just so magical sounding. And then another girl's name that we have on the list here is the name Zelda, spelled Z-E-L-D-A. This one's German originated, meaning gray fighting maiden. I love the literary but also the gaming aspect of this name. It was one of the main characters of a Nintendo series, The Legend of Zelda, Twilight Princess. So it gives off those whimsical vibes. I think I had this one actually in my whimsical list a couple weeks ago, but I love it. It sounds modern. It also has those classic and kind of vintage roots as well. And then next on the list here, we have kind of a double name. So we have a boy's option and a girl's option. So we have the name Draven, spelled D-R-A-V-E-N. And then we also have for a girl Raven, R-A-V-E-N, which obviously that is a bird, the raven. I feel like it's a very Halloween-y bird, along with the name maybe Sparrow as well. But Draven is actually a modern invented name used in the film The Crow, which I was like, oh, cool. It's like in a movie. And it's also a character in League of Legends, which I also didn't know, but that's the best thing about looking at research and stuff. We find a whole bunch of things. I've also heard of Draven being the name of a vampire in a couple books and novels written a few years back. So it has those vampire elements to it as well. So we thought it was a perfect addition to the list. And then another boy's name that is just super handsome is the name Renwick, spelled R-E-N-W-I-C-K. So this one is an Old English surname meaning Roe Deer Village or Raven Village. So we all know ravens just kind of give off that mysterious, spooky, kind of dark vibe. I feel like because of Chadwick, rest in peace, Black Panther, I feel like Wick ending names are gonna be trending. And I think Renwick is really cool because you can give off that nickname Ren if you want to. And then moving on to a more unisex name here, we have the name Eerie, spelled E-E-R-I-E. And this one's an English adjective used to describe a strange and mysterious feeling. I'm loving this for a word name for the season. It's definitely Halloween, holiday themed. It kind of gives off the same whimsical feel as Aura. They kind of play hand in hand together. They give off the same feel to me. So Really love that one as an option for either boy or a girl. And then another girl's name that I find along the same lines is Aylin. It starts with the A. We got the name Alcina, spelled A-L-C-I-N-A. And this one is Greek originated, meaning strong-willed. So definitely a powerful and independent name for a little girl, all the way up, but it's best known as the name of the sorceress in the Handel opera. It's just very subtle, but we thought of the nickname Alcie, A-L-C-I-E, which we thought was absolutely adorable for a little girl. And then another handsome boy's name, and this one's actually Irish originated, and that's the name Phelan, spelled P-H-E-L-A-N. And this one is Irish, like I just said, meaning wolf. So Phelan is a perfect example of a boy's name that is handsome yet soft sounding, but with a powerful meaning, like a meaning of a wolf. A wolf is a leader. It symbolizes leadership, you know, courage, and it just gives off those traits for a little boy and all the way up to a man, but the sound of the name is very soft. So it's a really great balance. We felt like it was perfect, especially because LILIA is Irish, so it was a perfect addition to the list. Moving on to another unisex name on the list. This one we actually would both choose this, probably more so for a girl, but it could go for either or, and it's a little bit bold, but this is the name Crescent, spelled C-R-E-S-C-E-N-T. This one is obviously describing the crescent moon, and we were looking up, the crescent moon is also known as being named a half moon or even a luna moon, which I was like, okay, so this could be a little cool option than Luna. I know the spelling, everything is completely different, but we thought it would be a really great fact to know that it is tied up with the name Luna. And the moon itself actually symbolizes birth cycles, changing of the seasons, and fertility. So it definitely is a big representation of womanhood for a little girl. And then another unisex name we have on the list here, another bold one as well, is the name Thorne, spelled T-H-O-R-N-E. So this one's English originated, meaning from the thorn bush, but this one is definitely a festive, Halloween-y, nature-themed name. I mean, we have the cedar, maple, you even have pine, you have moss, but we never hear of thorn. So I thought that this one, for either or, maybe more so for a boy, we thought it would be so perfect for a little bit more of a spunkier word name. All right, so we made it down to the final two names on the list here. So next one is a girl's name, and this is the name Ambrosia, spelled A-M-B-R-O-S-I-A. We loved this. I think it's just so gorgeous and so feminine sounding. So this one's another Halloween-y nature name derived from the apples, the ambrosia apples. And this one is actually a Greek originated name meaning immortal. So back in Greek mythology, the gods and goddesses would eat ambrosia apples, but also fruits and everything, and they believed that it would make them immortal. And another cool thing about the myth is that they believe that if they left out these ambrosia apples and the fruit, they hoped that these sun deities would return the following year. So it was almost like a symbol of thank you, but please come back. And then that brings me to the very final name that we have on this list for you guys, and that is the name Opaline, spelled O-P-A-L-I-N-E. So this one's a Sanskrit name meaning jewel, derived from the opal stone, the gemstone, which is October's birthstone actually. And the gemstone is actually said to hold powers of hope and good fortune, which I found really meaningful, especially for those October babies. And then back in Greek mythology, opals were actually formed in the tears of joy wept by Zeus when he defeated the Titans. We absolutely love this one as a unique variation of the name opal, especially because opal has been kind of up and coming on one of those vintage classics that are coming back. So we thought it was very feminine, really pretty, and it has some history and holds really great omen, good fortune, very lucky, especially for a little Halloween baby. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you absolutely enjoyed this list that we came up with. We were so excited to share it with you, and please go check LILIA out over on Instagram. Go give her a follow. She is just amazing and such a great source for unique names. Honestly, I love visiting her page, and it always surprises me with all of the cool names she ends up, you know, posting on there. And definitely go check us out on there right now, because we just uploaded name combo. So first name and middle names that fall into this category, with a couple of the names that were on this list, but also some names that weren't on this list. So more options over on Instagram. Go check us out. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you guys next Sunday with another baby names list. Bye.